My name is Tanae Costley, host of Real Talk Business and Motivation, and it is Tuesday, so I'm coming to you live with another special episode. And this one is going to be kicking off season 2. That's right, 10 episodes down already. So this is the first rollout for season 2. And I'm bringing to you tonight a very special guest. Her name is Ashley, aka the Platform Queen, and she is a content creator and an entrepreneur. I'm super excited to have her. The topic tonight is going to be building your brand with authenticity. So I know a lot of you guys are wondering who is Ashley, who is the Platform Queen. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her on the screen.
Hi.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, for everyone that is tuning in right now, can you just share a little bit about yourself and your back history?
Okay, so I am 25 years old. I consider myself like a motivational speaker, but not really like the title, but that's just my motto. That's what I like stand for. I'm married. I went through infertility. I documented my infertility journey on social media as well with my husband. Now we have a 1-year-old little girl who is also a
Awesome.
content creator.
Wow.
We have our own handmade candle business, and we do. We're now doing couple YouTube. Now we're doing like a couple YouTube channel. We're actually revamping it. We did it and then we stopped. Um, and yeah, that's like a little bit about what I'm into on social media as far as that. I'm also going back to school for psychology. I aspire to be a
Ooh.
counselor, not a counselor, like a therapist, a marriage therapist,
Okay, you said a marriage therapist?
marriage counselor. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I feel like kind of like therapy and like motivational speaking goes hand in hand because either way, you're kind of like uplifting people. So I
Yeah.
think that is really,
We
really
doing the
cool.
work.
That's really exciting. I'm sorry I didn't introduce you as that. But that is just awesome to know. Now, how did you get into creating content?
Huh? What did you say? I'm sorry.
How did you get into creating content to begin with? And where did this name, the
Um,
Platform Queen, come from?
so the Platform Queen name came from 2018. I realized a lot of us didn't have a voice, and I wanted to provide a voice on my platform. So I initially called my content the platform, and then I had
Mhm.
to put like a face to the name. So I put the Platform Queen. But it's just a place where I am the voice for others, and I also allow them to come on and speak with me as well.
Okay, awesome. That name is definitely catchy, definitely trendy. Caught my attention, definitely. When you first joined the group, I was like, who is the Platform Queen? So I
Okay.
love it. Because I do feel like the name that you choose has a lot to do with like branding. So
Yeah.
that's like the perfect name right there. Because when you hear Platform Queen, like, okay, she's gotta be top tier when it comes to these social media platforms.
Okay.
And I see you going live all the time.
Yeah. Like before I actually got monetized on Facebook, I always went live. Like I'll be doing like little things and I'll go live. On vacation and I'll go live. Just a way to interact with others. And I think as I got monetized, it kind of helped my brand because I already had so many like personalized relationships through
Mhm.
like my cyber. I'll call them my cyber family. So my cyber sisters, and I got to personalize our relationships, and now it's not even like a job for me. It's just something I do. Like I'll go live, I'll check in with them, I'll see how they are, and then I'll remember their names, and I love it.
Awesome. And you said that it's called Cyber Sisters, or that's what you
Well,
call
I
it?
call them that. Like I call them
Okay.
my cyber family.
Okay, I love that because I feel like, the main things that are branding the most has like some type of term for that. So I
Hmm.
like that. Cyber Sisters. That's
Yeah,
really
like
neat.
YouTubers be like, "Hey, what's up? Something something fam," but they're just my cyber family.
I love it. And I've caught a couple of your lives before, and I just love how authentic you are. And that's
Hmm.
what made me think I gotta get her on here as a guest because I just love it. And I know a lot of content creators, believe it or not, are struggling with just being their authentic self.
Hmm.
So one thing I want to ask you is when you go live, is there any tips or tricks that kind of help you just be confident and just able just to shine your light and show who you authentically are?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. When I be going live, I have to like woosah each time before I do it. And when I'm on and I'm reading the comments and I'm talking, it's literally like all the jitters go away. But the build up before, it doesn't matter how many times I go, you still feel a little nervous each time. But I just say like, just act like it's an in-person conversation. People are responding back to you. Um, Lives are easier when you have someone talking back. So let's say you have a small platform, right? I would say in your personal circle of anybody that you have that's on social media, call them up and say, hey, sis, I'm going live at so and so o'clock. Are you free? Can you join me in the comments? And that's how I started out. I started out just asking a couple of my friends, texting them like, hey, I'm gonna live in an hour. So can you come on and, just talk to me so I won't be looking at the camera at myself and talking because that is like the anxiety that brings so much anxiety to sit and just talk to yourself, or you think like, hey, I'm gonna go live and I'm not gonna have any viewers. So
Hmm.
either invite them on camera so that it'll be like a one-on-one conversation that people could chime into, or just have them sound off in the comments. And that's how I started. Now that I have a bigger platform and I have people tuning in all the time, does it take away from the anxiety? No, not really. However, when I personalize all of my comments sometimes, like the ones who come back or they're constantly like saying certain things about themselves, I'll make topics about them or try to get to know them more. And that way, when they come on, I feel as if I'm texting my friend, like, hey, girl, get on, because I already know you. I mean, even though I know you on like a cyber term, I still
Hmm.
know who I'm interacting with. I know a little bit of personalized details about you. I know that when I talked about this girl talk the other day, you said you don't like this or like this. So I'll be like, oh, hey, girl, you the one that, or you can ask everybody, like, where are you from? And
Hmm.
then they'll be like, hey, from Mississippi. And then you'll remember that person is from Mississippi. So then you'll be like, hey, Shauna from Mississippi. And then, you
Okay.
personalize it. But for me, it's like, that's how I connect with people. So it's like really, really genuine for me.
I love it. I love it. And I think it's important that you said personalized because sometimes a lot of people will be so anxious or so nervous just going on live that they forgot it's all about building relationships and
Hmm.
connections with people. So if you're just like talking, 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 but you're not stopping to like interact with whoever's
Yeah.
watching you, your audience, then it's kind of like you're missing out on that opportunity to build
Hmm.
that connection with, with people on social media.
And they like really honestly they really don't like it. Like, but we're interacting with humans. Of course you
Mhm.
wouldn't like if someone isn't engaging with you. But there's times that I
Right.
told them, like, I create candles. So I told them I'll be going live with you creating candles, and there'll be times where I'll put the camera over there and I won't talk.
Mhm.
Like an ASMR, or you're just watching me, but they know what they're signing up for. But
Right.
I just like, I don't want to, even if I have a lot of viewers, I try to like scroll. Even if I'm behind in the comments, I try to scroll and like, oh hey, and read all that they have to say.
Okay. So that is very important. So you're saying personalize and interact with your audience. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you are just starting out, to invite some of your friends and family, just let them know you're going live. That way you can at least have some comments to interact with and
Yes.
pretty much probably make you feel a little bit more at ease, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so those are the two tips that we got so far, guys. And I just want to say personally that I just started this YouTube channel. I would say about 2.5 months ago. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still fairly new. And I think it's important just to further elaborate on even the most confident people. We
Mm-hmm.
also get anxious. We also have anxiety. But the thing is, when you start to feel anxious, when you start to feel nervous, when you start to feel that fear, what do you do with it? For me personally, I push through. And
Mm-hmm.
anybody that is going live, putting themselves on Front Street as a content creator, of course, you're going to have to push through that fear, push past the jitter. But one thing that I always encourage everyone to do is that once you feel it, go, acknowledge it, but push past it.
Right.
Okay. Because you really
Right.
can't accomplish too much. Or you'll hold yourself back if you allow fear to take over. So just want to say
Right.
that everyone is human out here. You
Mm-hmm.
heard it from the platform queen herself that
No,
she gets
but
anxiety, she gets nervous, she pushes through it, and so
and
do
even your page, right? So you are building your YouTube channel and stuff like that, and I've tuned into a couple of your videos and stuff, and I'm like, okay, she's very consistent. Like, you are very, very, very consistent, and I think that's a key factor, is just always showing up, even if it's not even what you want it to look like yet. I always said from the beginning, when I had like 2 viewers on my lives, one thing I kept in mind is I talked to those same 2 viewers as if I was talking to thousands. And I made sure that I made the quality of our conversation, because a lot of people be like, oh, I'll save this deep quality of content for when I get the following. And
that.
it's like, no, just put that out there now. Like, engage with people now. Do that now. Be your authentic self. Don't be like, don't drown out your day ones. Like, pay attention to them, feed into them, and then build your brand off of that. Don't just be like, well, I have some great ideas, I'm gonna just keep it in the back of my head, and then when I get to 10K followers and I'm
Mm-hmm.
monetizing, I'm making money off of it, I'm gonna just go. No, the drive is just different. Like, when you right now, like when you're doing this and you're just building relationships, when you're being genuine, it becomes so much more like of a, I think, like of a language to you, to just talk to people, to interact with them on the internet. And for example, if somebody walked up to you in real life, you wouldn't just sit there and ignore them. So then that's another thing too. It's just like real talk. Like, we're talking on the internet, but I'm responding to you as if I'm having a group setting chat with my friends, and I gotta be like, oh, so what you said, sis? Oh yeah, but I heard what you said too. So what you said, and I always double back.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
I definitely love that. So guys, if you are just tuning in, I have Ashley here, also known as the Platform Queen. She is a content creator and entrepreneur, but
Awesome,
also a
amazing.
future marriage therapist. So she's just all around a well-rounded person. So if you're tuning in, make sure you drop questions, because at the end
Oh,
we
thank
will be
you.
having a live Q&A. Now, guys, I can say I opened this up to the Facebook group, so I am going live in a group. Your name will not pop up unless you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and authorize for your name to show up. But if you are watching, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are going to get to the juicy details of monetization on Facebook. So now that we went over a little bit of live, I know you are in the Reels Play program and you're also monetizing on a few other tools on Facebook. Are you able just to go into a little bit of details on which tools that you are in specifically?
Oh, monetize one.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Okay, so I have the Reels Play bonus on both of my pages, my daughter and mine. I have subscription badges from, like, it's like a private, behind the scenes, exclusive stuff like that, content, and then they subscribe to you. I have stars now. I actually was like,
Yay.
I wanted stars for like so long, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I got it. Even if I don't utilize it to its fullest extent, I just, it's accessible.
Right.
Um, and then what else? Oh, I have ads. So you kind of make money when you go live, or you make money when you put up videos. Like, you can put up videos and insert. They'll give you the option to insert ads, or when you go live, they automatically play ads to your viewers, or like it pops up. They don't actually like wipe out your video. It just pops up.
Yeah. I was trying to show the screenshot, but I don't think they can see this. But guys, if you are in the Real Talk Business and Motivation group, I had posted a screenshot of the in stream ads, and I see a
Mhm.
lot of people definitely asking like how is it? How do you set it up? Like, is it beneficial? Like, how much would you say you make off in stream ads so far?
Probably like 2K, and it literally is, I did it for free. I used to go live for free. So it's not really anything that I wouldn't do anyways. So it was just a bonus added to it that I get, ads in it, and I'm able to monetize what I actually like to do. Um, I think it's like it's kind of like the reels, but per 1,000 views, you get like probably like $8. And that goes by fast, and that isn't when you're live at once. It's just like in a collective. Like once your live is posted, you still can get paid for your live days, months, years after, if your views are still going up. Or like, let's say you post a viral video, not a reel. If you put the option for ads inside the video, you'll be able to continually get paid per certain amount of views.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to have to try the in-stream ads myself because I haven't tried it yet. Um, but that is just good quality information to know, guys. So if you've been asking about these in-stream ads, I hope you are taking notes, some type of mental note, or have a notepad and paper because she is dropping gems. She is dropping gems.
Yeah.
Now, I know the ads are one thing, but you're also making money on the fan subscriptions.
Hmm.
How beneficial would you say that is, and how much have you made so far?
But, you know, I would say probably like 700 a month. Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably
So
we almost
yeah,
at about 800.
yeah. So like about 700 a month, and it's what it is an extra personalized kind of content. Like you personalize the content that's already on your page, but then depending on your niche is how you appease to your subscribers. So for me, I don't cook on my Facebook. I don't do my makeup on my Facebook lives, but I'll do time where I'll cook with them or I'll do my makeup with them, because that's more like intimate for me. I don't want anybody in my kitchen, and I definitely don't want nobody in my makeup space telling me that I don't know how to do my makeup right. So I bring it over to them because it's more comfort for me.
I
I
love
go
that.
over weekly goals. We do like affirmations. We get deep into our healing journey. I also, being that I'm launching my website next week, they will also have they get exclusive deals on your brand. So let's say you have a subscriber badge for like $10 a month. It also comes with like a coupon code to your business. So you get exclusive deals. Let's say you get 15% off, 25% off, or you can even offer them 50% off depending on what you're selling. So it's kind of like a membership program, but you get benefits from it too, but so do they.
Okay. So exclusive access. Well, yeah, access to exclusive content, but
Hmm.
you're also providing an extra bonus, which is a percentage off your products or services, pretty
Yeah.
much. Okay. So, which is a win-win because that all like helps you leverage your social media, and then
Yeah.
in return is helping you build your business.
And
I
a
love
lot of
it.
people prefer the private one-on-one kind of intimate lives. Like I also do, well, I didn't even tell you I do Zoom classes too, but we'll talk about that
Oh,
at the
let's
end.
talk about
So
it.
yeah, like I also do like lives with them, and it's more of an intimate setting for them to talk about their healing. Yeah, Kiva said positive energy with the subscribers. She's
Yeah.
one of my subscribers too, and literally we just talk. It's not 100 people watching us. It will be like 20 people tuned in. It's very intimate. We can talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. We could come on with our bonnets. We could do whatever without it having to be available to everybody and their everyone.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome. And how long has it been for subscriptions? Like 3 months for you?
Yeah, for like 3 months.
Okay. All right. Now, before we get into the Zooms, I want to talk about how your 1-year-old has been making money with the Facebook Reels with you doing content for her.
And she's literally been making more money than me. She's teaching me some things. My 1 year old, yeah, she has her own Reels program bonus. She had it for a while. At first, she started out slow because I really didn't know what was expected of the Reels programs. I would just like post a video here and there. Then I just started posting like back to back. She is a busybody, so it's kind of hard to do content with my daughter, and she's just running around half of the time. I don't even have her like dressed up, her hair, like, she just be doing her own thing. But when she does, she has such a personality, and every time she sees a flash on the camera, she just looks up and starts, like, that's what she does. She goes, I wish I could pull up a video. She just literally does that. And it's, it became like one of her signature things. Or now she started walking at 10 months, and then like people are just watching her grow in Reels. And she has, I think, over 28 days, she's reached like 2 million views in the past 28 days. And I'm just like, all right, girl, help your mama.
Wow. Wow. So guys, if you listening, if you tuning in right now, you have kids and they're creating content with you on your page, it's like, why not make a page for them too? I'm right there with you. With getting the kids active too, because they be on TikTok too. I mean, not at one,
my kids be on TikTok,
but
but
still,
people sleep on Facebook. Facebook loves kids, and the environment around it, it's not bad. I haven't, like, let's say you're dealing with trolls on your page, it's really not like that for my daughter. They literally just see her little cute self and they just follow.
That's nice. Well, me personally, I haven't got a lot of negative feedback on Facebook or Instagram. I would say like the most trolls that I ever got has been on YouTube since I started this page, but not on like my live videos. It's been on like a short. Like I remember it was this one voiceover I did, and it was like, I'm sexy. Why do I have to work? Of course, it's a joke, and it's not even my voice. And I had did that one, and I had shut my laptop. I was doing like, I'm sexy. Why do I have to work? And everybody was like, is this what women think nowadays? 10 things that's wrong with you. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, like one time, there was one time my husband, I did post a reel of my husband coming in from work, and he sat down, and my daughter was like, just all over him. So I was recording them for a while, and then he checked his phone to text his son that was in the other room. And he went to check his text message, and I recorded it, and she looked up and she smiled. So I posted that only. Oh my gosh, a couple of days later, how dare you? You got you're in your phone. You're not paying attention to your child. It was like that type of thing, and I'm just like, damn,
that's crazy.
These trolls are out here.
People are ruthless. Now, how do you deal with negativity? How do you deal with the trolls?
I tell them to go heal. I have turned,
I love that,
negativity into my own little like phrase. Sorry, I'm sending somebody the link.
Oh no, you're good.
2 others the link. I have turned negativity into like a whole phrase. Like if you're on my page, you already know. I tell people to go heal, and then I just block them. I don't respond to them. Sometimes if there's need to educate, I will. Like ignorance, I'll educate. But if it becomes disrespect and it's just trolling, I definitely just tell you to go heal, and I'll just block you. If I'm live, I'll say it out loud, and then when I get off live, I'll block you. If it's as soon as I'm on, like if I'm just reading comments and I see that, I don't respond at all. I just be like, block, 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 block. That's all I do.
I know that's right. Some people, well, it's different approach. I seen most people say they ignore them. I say some people like, oh yeah, I entertain them because I want them to keep coming back, especially on my reels, because that's just,
but it's true.
My views.
It's true. Like when you have trolls on your reels, it literally just boosts. I say I ignore them because I like to, when you go live, you'll see, I like to control the energy of my platform. Because I know a lot of people tune into my platform to either be entertained, to have girl talk. They're going through things. They just need to unwind, or maybe, especially due to the pandemic, we form more cyber relationships than we would probably 2, 3 years ago. And if it bothers me, or it like makes me feel uncomfortable to see comments like that, I know it does them. So I don't
Right.
entertain it, because I just want to control the energy in the environment that I provide for them. So that's even more so how I like to personalize my relationships with my cyber family.
I like that because sometimes that goes over a lot of people head
Mm.
energy. I'm a big energy person too, like just feeling energy. So if something triggers me, then it's like I don't have to I don't have to entertain it, one. And then
Right.
second, I don't even have to have that energy in my space.
Right.
Like
At all.
to even I don't know what people be trying to do, but whatever they be trying to do is just like I'm right with you. I'm blocking too. I'm
Right.
sorry, I don't got time to really entertain. Entertaining is really not doing anything for me. If
Hmm.
anything, sometimes I feel like if I entertain it, that's me stooping down to your level.
Right.
That's me lowering my vibration to meet you where you're at. And it's just like,
Right.
what's the point of that when I want to make sure, I stay in a good mind state. I want to make sure that I stay uplifted because, as people that motivate a lot of other people, we
Hmm.
have to make sure that our energy, right? Our energy is sacred.
Right.
And peace is
Yeah,
everything.
because
People don't
when
understand
you're a
that.
content
I've
creator,
never.
when you start doing lives and stuff like that, you'll start seeing more of y- your piece being stretched out, like the
Mm,
energy that you have being stretched out. Like now, if you're doing a reels program and you're just posting content, probably mad because you can't get the word together for the voiceover. That was me like 5 minutes ago. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, not 5 minutes ago. Right before this, I did some content because I don't do voiceovers. But I was like, let me do it because I see it's popping. So I did
mm,
some voiceovers, and I did the video like 30 times, and I was about to cry because I didn't get it right. But I ended up getting it right. And I said to myself, I'm like, this is different from my lives. My lives is like more, I'm extending myself. It's not just turn on the camera, do my content,
right.
upload it, edit it, and then sign off. You literally are engaging, taking in energy. So you really have to be mindful of what you allow, because things that you think that you can handle, like trolls and stuff like that on reels, it might trigger you different when it's live. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure you set the tone immediately. If that's something you can't handle, don't even invite it to your page. If it's
Mm,
something you can handle and monetize, and you in it for the big bag, go ahead and do it, because it's gonna get you there. It definitely is. But I'm more of a peace person. If it bothers me, and like recently I took a break from social media. I mean, it affected my bag, but so with my peace, so with the quality of my content, it would just be watered down, because I'm like, yeah, y'all, what's up? I'm not really feeling this, whatever, whatever. So
mm. No,
it's a
you're
lot
being
of,
real. You're being
yeah,
real
it's a
though.
lot of reflecting and a lot of boundaries to be set, because you have to be aware of what you just don't want to allow in your space, or what you can't
Right.
handle.
I'm glad that you brought that up because a lot of people know reels are like highlights of your life, of course. So more than likely, we're either showing you the funny side of
Hmm.
us, us being playful, or maybe some type of information that you could find valuable. But just like the highlight of our life, which is most likely the positive, the ups, but they don't most of the time people are not really showing the downs in their reels. Like
Right.
it's kind of hard to kind of feel someone's energy from a reel that might be a voiceover or might be a duet or something. But when you go live, that's
Yeah.
really how you build your brain
You
with
ever try to
authenticity.
like read a negative comment in real life time, and have to catch yourself, like, be human? And it's like, I constantly catch myself before
Mm-hmm.
I even look like I'm gonna react. So
Right.
it's like an art, because there's sometimes in me, I just be like looking at the comments sometimes, and it'll pop up, and I'll be like, you just feel, but like I'm like, control your environment. So I'll just be like this, and somebody now, my cyber family will be like, go heal for me. They'll say
Mm,
it to the person, and then once I see the words go heal, I'll just block the person before I even engage with the comment. So that has helped me a lot because I think that the biggest thing with social media is honesty. What are you going to do for money, and what are you going to do for your peace, and how can you balance out the two?
Right. I definitely feel like for me, it's about leveraging my social media, but it's also more so about building, I would say, connections.
Mm-hmm.
My content is mainly around motivation and business too, so I get a lot of gain outside of monetary a lot of times just by people, personally DMing me, telling me how I motivated them,
Mm-hmm.
how they don't have anybody around them that's supportive, and that, something small that I did had a big effect, a positive effect
I
on
love
them.
that.
So, I feel like sometimes that goes over people's head, like they just think money, 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 money when it comes to social
Yeah.
media. But if you just think like money based, you might be missing out on building like genuine, authentic,
Relations.
relationships, connections, with people. So I always say your network is your net worth. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're just thinking money based, like I can guarantee you that you leaving something on the table. You don't even know
No,
it.
for a fact, because there's people
Think
out there
about real
like,
estate bonuses, and you think it's small because that's just
mm-hmm.
one way of leveraging your social media. And I just want to, if you tuning in right now and you're just strictly thinking about reels, making money, making money, making money, that's cool. But when reels is over, or if you get restricted for a certain amount of time, you should
Oh
be
yeah,
getting
that
something
part
other.
sucks.
Yeah, you should
Mm-hmm.
be getting something else outside of that. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if it's not monetary, if you're able to build those relationships. Because once you build that following and that audience organically by authentically being yourself, one, you got your people right there, whether it's your cyber sisters or whatever you call your people, your
Mm-hmm.
audience, you got them. And most of the time, when you find that supportive, your supportive group, they're going to support what you do, no matter
Oh,
what it
that's a fact. And like yesterday, I was just live and I told everybody, I was like, yeah, I need to start saying I'm a walking 6-figure brand. And I tell them all the
is.
time to say that because before somebody buys or looks at your product, they're looking at you. And there's people out there that have like good quality luxury items and clothes and whatever, but they can't make the money. And there's people out there who are still growing, building, and learning, but yet they're making 6 figures. And it's all about you. Some people support you because it's you. Do you give them
Mm,
just low quality? No, you don't do it on purpose. And you try and you grow, and that growth should be shown in your content, your brand, the way you engage. However, if you're just doing it, for the money, for the greed, or you're doing it like, maliciously, it will show. And then you'll have all the followers, and then you're realizing, well, wow, I'm not even pulling in 5 figures a month from this, or I'm not even selling out in my brand when I launch.
yeah. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And I've seen very, very successful business owners be able to make millions of dollars, but even the ones that are not multimillionaires, they have been able to be very, very lucrative in their business because they actually took the time to build an audience first. They wasn't sales driven. They
Mm-hmm.
were just being their authentic self, and in return they were able to gain, that supportive audience,
Mm-hmm.
and that converted into sales. So I just feel like it's a step by step process.
Mm-hmm. And it's
If you,
definitely a hundred
yeah.
percent like, don't get into the business of social media if you are not genuine. um
Mm,
Regardless if you can fake it, it's going to show. Like, sooner or later, those colors are going to show. And that's even worse than having no brand.
yes.
So if you're not healing, if you're not reflecting, if you don't like people, don't do it. And find something else that will be suitable for you. Like, manage someone's brand, because you don't have to be the face and the name. So many different ways to actually make money off of social media, rather than being the face, the name, stuff like that. I feel like people just need to do what they're, I wouldn't say comfortable with, because it's a lot of uncomfortability in it, but it's still
Mm,
genuine. You just have to do something that isn't out of your character. And some people are not people. You know what I mean? Some
People,
people don't
people
like,
persons.
yeah, don't like people. They don't like to interact. They don't, and it's okay. You thinking more money, you thinking more this. Well, then get into like marketing. For me, when I after my launch, I plan on blueprinting. I have a whole bunch of ideas, but it doesn't match who I am or what I like, who I am at the moment. So I plan on selling my blueprints and basically helping other people build off the brand ideas that I've created in my head and mapped out, but I never took and ventured out for. So if you're a person like that and you're like, well, I know how to do content. I know what it takes. I know I have a bunch of ideas. I just don't want to be on the camera. I just don't want to talk to these people. I just don't want to do that. Then get into being, behind the scenes and make your bag like that. And you'll be able to, you'll get far.
Yeah, I definitely would say no matter what you do, make sure you stay true to you and be your
Mm-hmm.
authentic self. But some things you said just brought me back to core values. I think sometimes when it comes to social media, people are willing to bend their core values for some reason. I don't know if it's for the social media clout, the fame, or because they see other people more successful doing something that they're not comfortable with. So they're like, oh, let me just copy that person blueprint, even though
Right.
that's not who I am. That's not what my core values are built
Yeah.
around. They're still willing to do it. So one thing I can say is don't get caught up in the whole social media wave and who got
Yeah.
what and um what one person is doing. Just worry about being your authentic self and staying true to your core
Because
values.
one thing for sure, when you start becoming a content creator, they'll pop up in your recommendations.
Yeah.
You'll see what's going on in the recommendations. You'll see what's popular. And, sometimes I just scroll through my feed and I'm like, they watching this? This is crazy. This is, I'm like, wait, hold on. This person is doing this right now. And it's like 700,000. That doesn't even make sense. But I would never be like, well, now I'm going to go do it because, it
Right.
just, it makes it, that's not like faking it till you making it is not a life you want to live. Like, creating it until you make it. That I love that. Just faking it though,
I
I
do like
can't
that
do
term
that.
more. I never heard someone say creating it till you make it. I was about
Yeah.
to say, fake it till you make it. Maybe when it comes to like confidence or stepping outside your comfort
Yeah.
zone when it comes to like going on live or something like that. Because if you let everyone know, hey, I'm nervous as hell, then you
And
might
that's
get even more
genuine.
people trolling though. It's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I don't know. A part of me is split in between not bringing attention to your weakness. And then a part of me is like, well, it's
This,
okay to be transparent. You just have to know how to deliver the message effectively. And
I
some
think
people are lacking in that.
you're definitely on point with that because I had an issue with doing lifestyle content live. I'll do
Hmm.
lifestyle content for YouTube or like, little clips, stuff like that. But lifestyle content for lives, I did not like. Wasn't comfortable with it. After going live a couple of times, I was like, people were like, hey, like, we'll love to go get our nails done. Oh, well, I get my nails done. They'll let to be on live with me or something like that. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try it. I
Hmm.
tried it. I like it, but then I also set that boundary. Like I don't do get ready with me because I'm not comfortable with people judging me for the way I do my makeup. I don't cook my food on live with them because I don't want people judging me. I don't like there's certain things that I want to keep intimate while still saying that I'm a lifestyle content creator. There's certain parts of my story that I want to keep to myself while still being able to influence people from the bits and pieces that I give.
Mm.
And people have to understand if you want to be an open book, go ahead because that's what you're comfortable with.
Mm.
It's in you and that's okay with that. But if you're not, don't don't do it because once you start, people feel entitled. And if you can't set boundaries, it's gonna be triggering to you. And that's what I've learned from doing lives, getting more personal. I was like, all right, cool. I got to start making these boundaries before people be going left and I can't handle it. And then for me, I'll just stop doing it altogether just because if it's a threat to my mental health. But the easier part of that would just be setting the tone, setting the boundaries, and yeah.
I think that's so important. And I feel like you have to be a really self aware type of person to keep yourself grounded and to already kind of be like conscious of what you can and well what you can and can't show, like what you're comfortable, like not over exerting yourself or pushing
Mm-hmm.
yourself to a limit where it's like okay, it's affecting your mental health. So
Right.
I would like to say like you I can tell that you're really really tapped into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are not. So a lot of people will allow themselves to be in certain situations or maybe
Mm-hmm.
give too much and then feel triggered. But you do have those people that are like an open book.
Mm-hmm.
Now with me, I'm kind of like easing on now, saying, you know, what I'm comfortable with. I do these interviews and stuff. I haven't really did any like going live, showing my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that I would think about. But I
Right.
do think it's important to be tapped into yourself so you can know what you're comfortable with and set boundaries accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get on live and then be like, holy crap, like
Yeah,
you're
and then
not
like
what
once
I
you
signed up
start,
for.
it's
Like you
hard to
are
stop.
because you're on here.
Yeah, like I'm like, girl, it's hard to stop. But if you're that, like I know personally some people that are open books, but when they're uncomfortable, they definitely stop. And to me, if you can handle that and you can block out the entitlement, then do that too. It's just do what works for you. I've learned what works for me. I've learned my triggers, but that's all from my own personal journey outside of social media. So I'm just
Mm,
like, all right, well, this is social media. I have boundaries in real life, and I'm gonna put extra boundaries on social media, um, because like you control the narratives in your personal space, but when you put the narrative out there for other people to see and have opinions on, they could spin that 7,000 ways, and that's why lifestyle content is like really really tricky. However, when you set boundaries or when you do what way it works for you, it can be a beautiful thing. Like you, if your goal is to motivate people, lifestyle content is 100% beneficial, and you'll feel good even if you're not making money off lives. You'll feel good, like you said, with the inboxes, with the stories. Like when I first started out, I had a group of um, over 500 women for free every day, dropping affirmations every day, doing hashtag talks with them and stuff like that, like every day for free. Why? Because I was texting my friends for free. My friends will call me
mm.
up. You talking about your drama for the day? I'm giving you advice. I'll just tune into the group. I'll talk to them, and then that will be my, my socialization for the day.
I love that. I definitely love that. One thing I can say is that I would say my healing journey and me stepping more so in the light of being that motivating force for others, like goes hand in hand
Hmm.
because the more I heal, the more I grow, the more I tap into myself, the more I'm able to inspire a lot of other people.
Hmm.
Um, but it's still like a process of what to be transparent about and what to ease in. I'm kind of like still navigating those waters
And don't fall into that pressure. Like
because a lot
there's
of time
people.
we deal with a lot of trauma. People don't understand
Yeah.
that, and people want to know your life, want to know your life, but they don't understand. Like sometimes you deal with trauma that triggers. Okay, and
Hmm.
it's a process. So I always say, dang, if I'm called to share this, if I'm, you know, if this is a message that somebody else needs to hear, then I'll like meditate on it, and I want to make sure that I feel comfortable and just
Hmm.
putting myself out there because
Right.
that's a lot.
It
People
is.
don't understand that's a lot.
No, it definitely is heavy, and if you're an empath, like it's super heavy.
Right. So protecting your energy is everything. Now, if you are just tuning in, guys, I have
Thank you.
Ashley here, the platform queen, and she is
Okay.
sharing all of her tips, her gems on going live. Now, Ashley caught my attention not only with the name, but she consistently is going live on her social media platforms, building her audience. And she is
Yeah.
also utilizing Facebook's monetization tools, everything from real play bonuses to stars to subscriptions. So she's all
Oh, that's
around
how
doing
I
it on
can
the
see this one
platforms.
too. Sorry.
Yep. So if you just tuning in, guys, all I ask is that you please take the time to like, share, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. I go live every Tuesday with a special guest, and the goal is to be able to build our businesses, of course, to be able to hear others' motivational stories that will hopefully in turn uplift you or be able to create some type of value in your life. But all around to leverage our social media platforms, guys. So if you're tuning in, please feel free to drop questions because we are going to be opening up for a live Q&A. So drop any questions that you have when it comes to social media, leveraging your platforms, or even I'm even down for a few business questions too.
I'm gonna share it right now. Drop, hold on my page so they can come ask questions.
Alrighty. But guys, authenticity. So I know I said I was going to drop a live challenge. So if you are in the Real Talk Business and Motivation group on Facebook, I will still be dropping a live challenge, and that is only for the sole purpose of getting you motivated to take the initiative on going live. So I hope you are listening to these tips and gems and going to feel more comfortable. Okay, because anything you're scared to do could actually help you grow.
And the thing is, you have a great group of people and content creators. And if you were to, let's say, form a group of people who like to go live or want to know how to go live or try to get into the habit of it, I think like accountability challenge will be great, and everybody could just tune in to each other. You know,
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm going to go live at this time with a topic. You guys can come to my page, and then you'll have that flow.
yeah.
Like, because a lot of people, may not have people that they can text and say, hey, come on live with me, talk or whatever.
Yeah,
So
I
you
be
can
telling
start like
people,
that.
"Hey, come on live. I'm doing my YouTube," and I be looking like, "Oh, it's only people from my group," but that's totally
It's okay. It is.
fine.
Listen, yesterday I did a live, and I said sometimes your friends are not your target audience, and that's okay. Like, you'll have, but the thing about social media, you'll meet the most genuine people who don't know you in real life. And
Yes.
once you tap into that energy, it's just like, okay. I think a lot of times we get discouraged because the people around us don't believe in us.
Mm,
But it's like those are the people that you had around you from the beginning, or you grew up, or it's situational, or it's work. Like right now, you're going to put yourself out there in a different type of body of water, and you're going to meet different fish.
yeah.
And like the energy is just completely different from those who you actually chose to be around you, because now on social media, they're choosing you,
Yeah.
and then you end up making your environment,
I
your
think
community.
that is so important to utilize social media, guys, because I can tell you I live in a crab in a bucket city. I live in Baltimore right now. So if anybody
Oh,
knows anything about
really?
Baltimore, it's crab in a bucket mentality, which is like, okay, we wanna we want to see you win, but we don't really want to see you win. Anytime
Yeah,
you
my
think you
friends
winning,
just
come
moved
back
to,
down here.
yeah.
Come back down. It's like, no,
Mm-hmm. I said that too.
with
I
you.
said, you'll have people that literally like support you. You'll sit there, you'll brainstorm, you'll be like, yeah, girl, I believe in you, girl. That's just because it's a bunch of talk. Now, when you start walking the walk and walking towards, you watch how those people just start to drop off. Like, when
Happened
they
like
see you.
twice. Oh, you like, dang, what happened? What happened? I thought
And
you was with, I thought you
it
just
hurt me a
told me you
little
went to
bit in the
shoot in the
beginning, but now I'm just like,
gym.
yo,
We in the gym now, it's empty.
like it is what it is. Um, I shared it. I told them to ask some questions. Oh, and as far as the
Oh yes, please share.
Zoom is a whole nother thing that you can do. I'm pretty sure that you have event. Do you have paid event access on your page?
Yes, do the paid events, right?
Okay, yeah. So
So you
that's another
using the
thing.
external link and then rerouting it to
Yes. So
Zoom.
what I do is I actually accept Cash App for that. So I will go live. Do I'll host an event. I'll say I'm hosting an event. I'll post my Cash App, and I'll send them all. I mean, with the Cash App, they send their email, and then I just email them the link. Or I'll create the paid event, and then they have a set price to pay, and then I'll put the Zoom link in there. With Cash App, you can actually get 100% of the funds. With paid events, they do take a fee. So that's the only difference. With that, like the last one I did was a mental health. We're calling it, I think, what is it? Shoulder to shoulder. That's what we decided to call it.
I
Where
love
every
that.
month we're going to meet up and we're going to talk about mental health. We're going to do like sip and paints. We're going to do certain things like that. And we had over 40 women join us, and like a few of them shared their stories, and we got some gems on mental health and how to cope. And, you know, we got a chance to see what other women are going through. And I think that Zoom is another way to personalize relationships, because I felt so happy after I did the Zoom, because it wasn't just them watching me. I actually saw everyone, and it felt like an in-person seminar. And I think with the pandemic, we need more of those Zoom meetings. Like, we all can't, 40 of us can't just link up and do a room, or, it's inconvenient to a lot of people, or it's a health scare. And I think when you have it on Zoom and you're just looking at everybody and you're talking to everybody, it kind of brings a sense of a community vibe back to you.
Yeah.
So I think that lives are great, but I also think that if you could do like once a month, once every other month, a Zoom seminar, do that.
Interesting. And before we hop into questions, I do want to ask you more about that. So I know you go on live consistently. Now, how many times would you say you go live?
I was when I'll just would say when I feel like it.
Okay.
I try to show up for myself in other ways as far as social media. However, recently I took a break, but before my break, I think I would do it like 3 times a week. I'll try
Okay.
to do like 3 times a week, and with my subscribers, I try to do once a week.
Okay.
Do a
Right.
personalized live for them.
I feel like that's a good number. So, okay. So just a ballpark estimate, 3 times a week going live. And then for the Zooms, how often would you say you're doing like the Zoom for
Once
that
a month.
personal feel? Once a month?
Once a month.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
do it. Why is my computer doing this? I can do it twice a month if I want to. However, but it's not free, so I don't want to charge 2 events in 1 month. So
Right.
I just do 1 month, and I make the event at least like an hour and a half.
Okay. Now, would you say you're marketing for that event like the month ahead, like a couple of weeks, or do you wait till like the day before?
I'm such a last minute person. But this time, my last one I did was, I think, about 2 weeks in advance, 2.5 weeks in advance. We're in April now. I should have one posted next week for the end of this month.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it's prep, but it's not like that prep. But I'm gonna try to be better.
Well, shoot, sometimes I work pretty well under pressure, and it's weird
Mhm.
because it's like, dang, I want to be able to prep more, but as a person that just be wearing many hats, I can
Mhm.
say it's kind of like a skill to be able to work so well under pressure. So if you're able to pull it off,
Oh
then
no, I am, but it makes it inconvenient when event wise. It makes it inconvenient for people with their funds. So I
mm,
try to, like, me. If I come up with an idea, I'm like, girl, you need a date, simple, and put it out there so that they can afford. But I do um do like 40 tickets, maybe 50 tickets. She said no lie detector. Yeah, she's always coming at me. I do like 40 tickets, 50 tickets, and that's it. That's my cutoff, so I know how many people are in the room, and then it's private, it's a code, so anybody else can't join, they have to register, and I like it like that.
love it. Last question regarding the Zooms. Now, how much are you typically charging per person to get in the event? Like, do you make it affordable?
But $10.
You
So
said
$10.
15?
Huh?
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, 10,
Bad.
10.
10?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just charged them 10. I charge it
Ooh,
because it's a round
that's even
number.
better. Count me
Yeah,
in the next one.
yeah, it's just $10, and just cash app it, and it's literally like a whole hour and a half. Like the last one we did, like, girl, we was crying on the live. I was like, oh, trying to hold back my tears. A bunch of women were crying because, they were telling their stories. And it was just a vibe. But the next one is going to be more like, bring your wine, chill out, let's sip and paint. One of my cyber sisters, she wants to host it for free. I asked her, if she wanted the funds for it. She said no. So she wants to host it for free, and she wants to direct us in the sip and paint. She's going to send us the link for the Amazon supplies, which will be like less than $10. And then we're going to do that.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. And that's how you think outside the box, guys. Because I always say there's a lot of content creators, there's a lot of entrepreneurs on these social media platforms. But I feel like once you start to strategize and once you start to think outside the box, because a lot of people are not utilizing that paid event, because it's not like an extra monetization. It's more so like you're charging, but you're receiving the funds, and of course they're taking a certain percentage. But a lot of people are not utilizing just that paid event tool, because it's not like
like
saying,
I
host
love
the
it
event, we'll
because
give you 500.
no, seriously, like I literally growing up, I love to do events. I love girl nights. I love game nights. So that's why I kind of like make it not my job. And if I'm doing things that I love to do with the women who I love to interact with, it just works for everyone.
Awesome. Guys, so if you are just hopping on right now, I have Ashley here, the platform queen. So she has been sharing plenty of gems when it comes to going live, when it comes to, just building a brand with authenticity. When it comes to Rose Play bonuses, stars, and other Facebook monetization tools, we have covered a lot today. So if you're just tuning in, you might want to catch that replay. But right now, if you have any questions regarding leveraging your social media platforms, anything that we spoke about today, feel free to even drop some business questions. I will be answering it along with Ashley. So we are super excited just to interact and connect with you guys some more. And I'm not sure if you can see the comments, Ashley, but I'll just start scrolling through too, and I'll just see what questions that I see.
Oh yeah, I'm looking on here. Hold on.
We have the person here that'll be hosting your paint and sip. Hey, DIY Crafty Queenie.
Yes, that's
I'm going
her.
to actually
DIY
be
Crafty
trying to
Queenie.
join that one. So I'm going to be checking to see what day and time
And
and checking
she
my
has her own YouTube channel too, and she even said like everyone doesn't support her. Like the people she expected don't support her. It's like complete strangers, and that's what it is. Like strangers getting familiar with each other and building a sisterhood, and that's what it is.
That's why it's so important to be authentic, because you're not going to meet your internet tribe or your soul tribe, whatever you want to call it. You're not going to meet your people unless you're being yourself.
Cyber tribe, I like
you're going to
that.
meet somebody else people if you pretend to be somebody else.
Right. No, seriously.
You have somebody else here that say they would love to join that. Just send over the link. So what I'll do is I'll add the link to this YouTube description once we get off. So if anybody that's catching a replay or catching it now want to check back in probably about 30 minutes, I'll put the link up if you have it, Ashley, along with all her other social media
just link to my Facebook, and then when I create the event next week, it'll be up on my page.
Okay.
So
well,
the
her social media info will be in the comments, guys. Yeah. Someone said they wasn't understanding the paid events at first. So yeah, we definitely
because Facebook, that's the first monetization tool that they drop for you, is the paid event. Someone says, how long do you usually stay on live? Girl.
Okay, we were looking at the same one.
Girl, I think Nikki the Millennial. I think I just started following her from your page, from the Reels bonus page. She does like family content. Girl, I'll be on live for like a whole hour. And
you get comfortable with it.
It's literally like, you see how we've been on live for what? 59 minutes, an hour. Yeah. That's how it is. A lot of my lives start out like this. hey y'all, I'm gonna jump on real quick for like 10, 15 minutes, and then I look and I get off. I'm like, oh, it's an hour and 30 minutes I've been on this. Like, after a while, when you're building your relationships and you're personalizing it, you'll end up talking about whatever. You'll end up just vibing with them, or you'll spend time reading the comments, and actually, like, each comment can form a whole new conversation.
Yeah. I like the fact that you said that too. Don't let that go over your heads, guys. So if you are just trying to keep that consistent content going live, you can actually take comments and you turn them into a live. So if someone asks you like a question or like a scenario, can you give an example?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm talking
I'm like,
fast.
what? Okay. For example, like, okay, I have a podcast as well. So, and it's on Anchor. But I decided that season 2, I want it to be on Facebook. So what I'm starting to do now is bring topics, girl talk topics, to Facebook. So if I'm like on and I'm talking about, like, let's say motherhood, there's so many categories and different categories of motherhood that I'll start talking about, like, maybe like single parent or being a single mom. The next thing you know, someone is talking about building their tribe, or how they have issues with co-parenting, and then I switch from that and then I merge it into that. Or like a regular day, if I'm just coming on like, hey y'all, what's up? Sometimes I be hoping they start conversations, because I just be coming on to check in on them, and I'm like, well,
Right.
somebody's gonna have a conversation. And then like people will come and be like, hey sis, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat, and then next thing I know, we're talking about food, or what kind of music you listen to. The next thing I know, we sharing playlists. Like, it just regular. Like, if you call your friends on the phone and it's not gossip, I don't really gossip with my friends, so I'm used to just sporadic conversations. I'm used to talking to my friends, seeing what they're doing, seeing what they're up to, and then next thing you know, we're talking about a show or something just
I love
random.
it. So piggybacking, pretty much
Yeah.
piggybacking, paying attention to your audience, paying attention to the people that jump on your live and what they're actually talking about, and kind of utilizing that, incorporating it into your live, and then that helps you stay on live longer. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
and also good to know that you don't plan every time you go on live. Sometimes you're just like, hey, let me check in, and then you
Mm-hmm.
jump on the topic because someone else has brought it up in your comments.
Right.
I think a lot of time people overthink it. Like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. Just get on there and say,
No, and
hey.
that's how I started out. I was overthinking. I'm like, okay, I gotta have a content live plan strategy. I'm like, girl, this is not you. This is not real. It's like, you don't gotta, like. I'm really like that. Like, I didn't want to give anybody watered down content, and then one day I had said it, like you said, like, be honest. And one day I just said it on live, and I was like, I don't want to come on here like every other day because I don't really know what to talk about. And then one girl was like, well, sis, we just want to talk to you. Like, you don't have to bring a topic to the table,
I
let's, and
love it.
I was like, okay, and I just started going live and
I
talking to
can't
them.
wait till I get to that point because I go on live. They're like, Rose, play bonuses.
Yeah.
Hello? What you talking about your hair for? What you talking about your makeup? Girl, you don't talk about these real.
But
I'm
that's
like,
why you got to do it
right.
outside of your group so that they won't, because when you're in your group, like, a lot of times they expect me to talk about just motivational, because I used to do a
Right.
message every time I came on. I would have a message, and it's like, well, dang, what do I do when I don't have a message? Do I not come on? Or when I come on, they be like, message, give me a message. I'm like, okay, hey sis, I'm human. How did you feel? You ate today? And then I'll start talking. But if you're in a group that's specific, girl, you might,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
happening.
Well, I feel like once you kind of known for something, then of course it's going to trickle over to all your other platforms too, which is
Yes.
okay because I ultimately want to see everybody win. But I also want to branch out to doing more than reels. Of course, it's
Yeah.
business and motivation, so I want to open it up for
Hmm.
other topics too, without people jumping down my throat. But I understand it's a way to make money. And if you're tuning in right now and you just got into the Rose Play Bonuses program, Or you haven't even heard of it. Some people are utilizing the reels on Facebook where they're getting paid off views, and that's putting extra money in their pocket. Now, some people, this is, extra income. They have businesses and stuff too. But
Mhm.
I've definitely came across a lot of people where this is their only income right now, especially we're still in the middle of the pandemic. So, of course,
Yes.
I always have to be mindful. But I also want to encourage people that there's so many other ways to leverage your social media, and that's why I'm doing this, and I'm bringing other guests on for they can become more aware. Because if this is your only income, we need to get you more, because this
Mhm.
might not be around forever, and they're constantly
Yeah.
changing it. Just a side note right now that personal pages are now being invited with the cap of 1,200. I know I have 4 of my business pages that have been monetizing from the start, probably like
Oh wait, hold on,
6 months.
sis.
Oh, 4 of
Okay,
my business
sis.
pages.
Okay, sis. I only
Well,
got
what
2 out of
happened
4.
was, initially I was on Instagram, and I model too sometime on the side. So I do a lot of different stuff, model,
Mhm.
business, whatever. So I was in like this model group, and they were like, "Hey, well, let's do a challenge and do reels." So I posted like a reel every day for about 14 days, 2 weeks on Instagram. And then as soon as the challenge was over, I was like, "Well, I need to keep doing this," because I was doing a lot of motivational stuff, and I was getting a
Mhm.
lot of good feedback from it. So I was like, "This is therapeutic for me. Like, I feel amazing. Like, I feel awesome. Like, I got to keep doing this." And then I was just scrolling down my feed. I saw it pop up on Instagram. So I was like, "Okay, all right, cool. So this is just another incentive. Not only do I get to touch people, but I get to make money doing it."
Right.
So then I would say like a week later, I was on Facebook, and then it popped up on my Facebook. But I was like, this got to be a joke, because Instagram is capping me off at 1,200 a
And
month.
Facebook want to
And
give
then
you
Facebook is like
35K.
35,000. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell is this? Ain't Instagram and Facebook the same? So I wasn't taking it as serious. But it's been about 6 months, and that was originally one of my business pages. Now, in the beginning, you were able to submit each individual business page. So I was like, hey, well, I got on one business page. So I was like, I'm submitting an interest form for all of my other business pages too. And then some of my clients, because I do social media management, some of my clients was getting invited to the program too. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool, good for you. I'm getting other people the opportunity too. I'm like, awesome. So then I'm like, fine. But when I saw people had personal pages that was being invited, I'm like, why is
Oh
my
yeah, I
personal
was
page
confused
been
too.
invited? Because I've been posting a lot of reels, like way before I was posting on my business page. I was posting reels on my personal page, and my personal page was only invited, guys. What was it, over the weekend? Over the weekend, when a lot of other people got the invite, and it was like, I was like, yes, finally, reels play bonuses. Then I clicked on it, it was like 1,200. I said, am I on Instagram? What the hell? I was like, oh, this is like Instagram, because Instagram cast me off at 1,200. But
Yeah,
I was
mine
like,
too.
it's
But
extra
let me tell
money.
you
So
something
it's like,
though.
hey,
Reels bonus program, literally, I was looking at the comments, sorry. Reels bonus program does sometimes slow down your reach. My
yeah,
Instagram reach has
it's
dropped
struggle. It's struggle. It's
tremendously.
struggle central over there.
I've had I have one of my family members. She's actually verified on Instagram, and she literally told me, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not getting in the Reels program on Instagram because they will tank your views." And I'm like, I'm gonna get my $1,200, girl. They tanked my views crazy. Even
It's
Facebook does it
crazy
too.
now.
Facebook does it too, because when I at the period where I wasn't monetized, I created a reel, and the reel was like doing numbers. And then when I was invited to the bonus program, I was like, yeah, I'm not serious. So you really do have to network, like just put it out there, fight the algorithm, fight whatever. They're not going to make it easy, but it's there.
Woo, they make me like pulling tooth and nails. I see Victor hop on. Hey, Victor, I know he's one of the members that usually always hop on support. Thank you for tuning in. He say he barely gets 80 views now since his personal profile has been invited. Now, the thing is, I feel like if, all right, So if you keep doing what you always have done as far as posting content, whether it's, just posting one a day or two a day, whatever you was doing before you got into the program, if you keep doing that same strategy, it's not going to work. Your views are going to drop. But I had interviewed guests that said, okay, every time their views drop, they're going back. They're going back to the drawing board. They're strategizing. They're doubling up. Like they're actually challenging themselves to do more. They're paying attention to the analytics. They're posting breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like they're doing more. So once you get into the program, you really got to step it up. You gotta double up whatever you were doing before, and you got to strategize.
And I'm not
analytics.
I'm not a content creator as far as original content, motivational content. I can do. I just have to work on my delivery. Like I could talk to you with so much, delivery. Like, but once I'm off of the direct conversation or off live, and I put my camera there, and I'm like, okay, record now. It's so dry, and I'll watch myself. I'm like, girl, what is this? And I just like once the camera is actually filming me, I really can't create content. So I've been trying. Like I literally have, I think, like 11 days left, and I'm like when we get off this, I'm going to do like 7,000 voiceovers tonight. I'm going to do like so much content, and then tomorrow I'm just going to spam my page and I'm going to just tell them sorry, but I'm just going to try to see what works for me, because my comfort zone is my motivational stuff, and I'm good at it on live, but reels, I'm really not. And I'm not crafty with the editing stuff as well.
Hey, who said you had to do what everybody else is doing? One thing that I can suggest is, why don't you just chop up some of your lives and turn them into like 15-second reels?
Yeah,
some of your good like highlights, your good parts, because that way you can be like, dang, like people will be like, dang, she got some good points, and this is from a live. I mean, hop on her next live too.
That's true. And the voiceovers, though, I actually started voiceovers on TikTok. I used to be on TikTok, so that's what I would do on TikTok. But like it would stress me out. But I actually loved doing it because it was like I was practicing trying to act, and that's why I'm like, okay, let me just bring it back to Facebook, because I don't want to be stuck in a box where this is what you put on Facebook, so this is the only thing you can post. If I'm having fun doing it, I would just post it, and I'll be like, okay, like this is easy, this is fun, and that way I don't have to sit there and overthink everything, because that's what I do. I literally overthink. Yeah, quotes, quick points. That's what I do. I do quotes too. Like I'll have a whole notepad full of quotes on my phone or my iPad, and I'll just set it right here, and I'll be like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but then I try not to be so robotic about it.
I just feel like you just gotta find a way, like, to still authentically show who you are. But you're right, it's different, because a lot of people are more comfortable doing reels and not comfortable going live.
Yeah.
So with you, it's like flip flop is like the opposite. But then it's like, girl, just chop up your lives for real. Just chop up what you talking in your lives or something, and do that. But I do see people in the comments, they said, their views are dropping. I can say, guys, if you really are having trouble, the last episode, content strategy for creators. The guy on the last one, he takes 2 to 3 hours just setting up for content day. Like this guy sets up lights and everything, and he made like over 35K with the Reels Play bonuses. So this is somebody that mastered the strategy. Like me, I'm wearing a lot of different hats. I'm helping.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't really take 2-3 hours.
It's a lot. But if this is all you had to make money, then you need to be going back to the drawing board. You need to check out the last episode on content strategy, because he keeps it real. He lets you know, like, you doing what you always did, then you're probably going to get the same results, because we're in a program. Now it's a competition, guys. I mean, you really got to kind of look at it like that, because there's so many other creators that's being invited. That's why they're lowering the maximum for some. And that's why you see that drop in views. So it's like, all right, if you really want to make money on the reels, then it's time to step it up. Step it up. I mean, that's all I can say. But even it's a lot of tips and gems out there.
With voiceovers, I'm focusing more on what fits my personality. So even with that, I'm like, okay, this is fun, this is easy, but I also look at specific hashtags and then take the voiceover from that, and it will be something that, you know, I enjoy doing. I don't really have 3 hours to set aside and make it like, you know, super. So that's what works for me. You have to just find out what
Yeah.
works for you, what's, you know, what's easy for you, and then you can do it. You know, you can perfect it. You can, oh, she said, how can you perfect voiceovers? Girl, you gotta pray. Nah, but
I actually like voiceovers because it's like, for me, it's something quick that I can do. Like,
hmm
it's like, I don't got to second guess. I don't got to think it. All I got to do is, get on here and act
yeah,
it out. That's, for me, that's something easy. So I kind of, when it's time to just roll out a lot of reels, I kind of lean toward voiceovers because
voiceovers.
it's just like, all right, I can do this
What about
like
reactions? You
that.
can do reaction videos too. Remixes are super
Yeah.
easy if you know, if you like the video. Like I scroll and watch videos anyways, and I will react to them in real time. So I do that too. But voiceover wise, I say just listen to it over and over again, and just if it resonates with you and you can feel yourself like getting into character, then just do it. And also too, it's the phone. Sometimes your phone can delay with the audio, and that would just mess up the entire video. So you have to make sure that your phone is like updated. You're
Yeah.
updating your apps. There's no lagging, because when there's lag, it kind of throws off the whole entire
Yeah,
content.
I would definitely agree. And I feel like sometimes when I utilize a timer for some reason, I feel like that creates like a lag
In the
between like
beginning,
3 seconds, and then when it starts, I'm like, I know I was on point. Now come on, baby. Because back when I was younger, I was in a couple places. I know I was on point. So it's like I don't utilize the timer a lot of times. Sometimes I'll just like click it, like have it positioned a certain type of way and just let it
hmm
roll like that. But I guess if you find like the right ones, like don't try to do nothing like extra hard. Start off small where
yeah,
you won't
like
have to
there's
take like
voiceovers that
hours.
I'm aspiring to do, as far as like, you know how you change different characters. I think I'm aspiring to do that. But if you're just trying to get the hang of it and trying to perfect your craft, literally, like she said, just do the standstill, do the ones where you could just, you know, be one character,
Right.
and just you don't gotta change your nothing, your clothes or nothing, and just do that.
I feel like skits are harder than voiceovers. Like I did a few skits like with my son and stuff, and I'm like, all right, come on, we gotta jump. We gotta jump, and I'm gonna do the green screen. I'm gonna make it seem like we at the concert. So we at the concert right now. All
Ah,
right, eat these wrap snacks, okay? Because we gotta tag wrap snacks, and we got like
I try
and
to
then
get
he
my
gonna make the
husband.
thing. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm editing a video. I'm like, oh my God, we need to jump again. Come on. We got to jump back to the living room. Come on. It's like,
I try to get my husband to do, like, when I was on TikTok, I'd be like, babe, let's learn this dance. My husband is a personal trainer. He's not about to do no like crazy dance with me. But I had him in here like trying to learn dances with me and trying to do voiceovers with me. And I'm telling you, that was like the funniest time period of my life. Like skits are definitely harder than voiceovers for a fact.
but I love a challenge sometimes. So I do listen to what a lot of the people that come on here share, and a lot of people that I see in my group that's doing really well on the program. And I'm like, dang, I got to try this. And then every time I try something different, it's like, dang, it's like, all right, once I execute, then I love the finished project. But it's just
hmm
like the time that
It took.
takes to make it is just crazy. But voiceovers would be like the less time for me.
hmm
Skits would probably be the most time. I haven't really did duets or remixes. I seen someone ask about that, trying to get into the figure
The
out the
bridges
remix
game.
video
Yeah,
thing.
I told her how to. I tried to tell her how to do it. I can't show you from my phone, my iPad, because it doesn't have the option available. I just click the three dots by
Yeah.
somebody's Facebook name and then hit remix. It's not available for everybody's page because everybody doesn't have it available. So you have to go to scroll through a few and then see if they have the remix button available. I did a couple of them. It's fun. It's cool. Sometimes it lags, but I would say definitely. Do you use TikTok?
Yeah, I
watermarks?
used. Well, I don't really create a lot of my videos on TikTok. But I do see someone on here and say, "How do you remove the
Oh,
TikTok
I didn't even
logo?"
see that. Yeah,
I use
I removed.
Snapchat, like once in a blue moon. But I'm pretty much a fan of creating my reels either on. I usually create them on Instagram. I usually use CapCut. I love CapCut the app because I can utilize the effects as far as like the green screen or duplicating myself or it's just you just get so many other features.
But
I
see,
feel like
my thing was the voiceovers for Instagram. A lot
Mhm.
of times you can't save the video with the voice, and they don't have the voice available on
Really?
Facebook. Yeah, like so what I did,
Oh, hold on. Are you saying you're not posting it to your Instagram? Because if
yeah,
you
because
post
I'm
it
not
to your
posting
Instagram,
it.
you can save it.
Yes. So I was
Okay.
trying to be able to post reels on my Instagram without, I mean, get the voiceover from my Instagram without actually posting it on my feed because I
Uh,
spam my Facebook. I don't spam my Instagram. So it's kind of
uh,
like a difference. So what I did was I have another page that I have on Instagram, like a just a back burner page, and I create reels on there and I use their voiceovers, and I'll just repost it and then just take it off the page.
right.
And then I'll have it in my archives, and when I'm ready to post it on my actual Instagram, I'll post it there. But to remove the TikTok logo, I actually had a glitch. I have an older phone, and there's an app called TickSave,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a free app that you can remove the water logo. But now it's not free and you have to pay for it, but it's still available on my old phone as free. So I'll just go
Okay.
to my old phone, do that. But if I delete the app, when I re-download it, it'll make me pay.
Yeah. That's one. But guys, Snaptic is also a good one. And then if you are in the group, I have a section and the guides section at the top of the group has like removing the TikTok watermark. So I do have a couple resources on that. And if you're not in the group, you probably need to get in the group because there's a lot of other stuff in there too.
No, there really is. I've learned a lot from the Reels group.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now,
Somebody said, "Do either of you do promos? If so, how do I sign up to it?" That's A+A kids.
are you able to click the comments too and put them on the screen? Not sure, but I'm looking for it too. Oh, I see. I see it. All right. A and A kids, if you still on here, can you drop another comment just specifically addressing what type of promo? What type? Because promo could be anything. Could be, hey, can I send you a product? Oh, hey,
Yeah,
like we,
definitely.
like yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah, I
So
tell people it varies because not every product aligns with my platform. So I can't, I don't promote everything, but I will promote some things depending on how I have to promote them.
right. And same here. Most of the time I'm pretty open, but it just depends. I'll either utilize in a reel or I might if it's like a clothing product, I could
Hmm.
utilize it in like a photo shoot too. So it
Yeah, if
just
you see someone with like great content skills and just consistency and you have a product, reach out to content creators because they reels is like reels go viral real fast with the
yeah.
group.
Especially if you're not in the program.
Yeah, especially if you're not in the program, it literally goes up. Like my husband's not in the program. I'm trying to get him into the program. Um and we're posting reels on his page, but we still haven't got accepted to the program yet.
Right, right. And if you are looking for the group, guys, I am dropping it in the chat too. So it's going to be facebook.com/group/Reels Play Bonuses. At the top of the group, you're going to see Real Talk Business and Motivation Support Group. So it'll look similar to what this YouTube looks like right now, but it'll be a Facebook group. So if you don't have supportive people around you, that's what social media is for. And if you don't have a group where you can really talk about like leveraging your social media, building your business, and motivation, I'll be doing a lot of other stuff in there soon. Just join the group. Join the group, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, someone Victor dropped it too. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hmm? Oh, Sharon said I'm in the group.
And then someone said, I missed the question. How do you know if you monetize on Instagram? Well, on Instagram, of course, it's invite only. I see a lot of people that's like they show me that eligible for monetization screen, and that screen just basically says that you are eligible to monetize on Instagram, but that is not a personal invite to their Real
Yeah.
Slay
But
bonuses.
sometimes people do not get the notification either. When
Yeah,
I had it, I didn't get the notification. So what you do is, if you have to have a creator profile for Instagram. You can't just have a personal. It has to be a creator profile. And let's say, I don't know if you guys can see this. So we're gonna turn it like this. Can you see that?
Yep. Yep. We can
So
see
it's my light, my ring light. Hold on.
it. No, we can still see it.
Okay. And then right here, it would say professional dashboard, and then you'll
Hmm.
click that. And then when you click your professional dashboard, you can see your tools right here that's eligible.
Yeah.
Right? So badges, branded content tools, bonuses, stuff like that. And then if it's eligible, it will be there. If not, then. But for like badges and stuff, you have to have over 10K. For bonuses, there's no
I was gonna
actual
say, well, I
requirement.
don't have badges, but I don't have 10K. So if you're listening right now, please go follow me on Instagram so I can get to the
I have you
badges.
on Instagram, right?
I believe so. It's Tanae_costly. But
Costly.
both of our information will be in the description and about
Yeah, I follow you already.
soon as
Girl, you
we
almost there.
girl, I know. I
But see,
tried.
with badges, you have to go live.
Yeah, and it's crazy. The one thing is like Instagram Live is so separate. So what I'm using right now to go live, guys, if you have a YouTube, or if you go live a lot and you want to go live on multiple platforms, I definitely would recommend StreamYard because right now I'm going live on YouTube. I'm also going live on my LinkedIn. I'm also going live on my Facebook page, and I'm also going live inside of a Facebook group. So you can go live on multiple platforms at one
Oh, you're
time.
live on your Facebook page. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So this time, I usually only go live on YouTube. So if you are watching, please turn your post notifications on for you don't miss the next live. Today, since it's the rollout for season 2, I thought let me open it up for the
Mm-hmm.
group because I wasn't able to really announce it. So here we are. But StreamYard, I would highly recommend. After every episode, I also go ahead and post the audio on Anchor, and that allows me to distribute it to Apple, Google,
Oh, you are
Spotify.
plugged in. That's so lit. I learned something from you because I was doing a podcast because I didn't want to keep doing like a face thing. I just wanted to, I got a professional microphone. I set it up. I do my podcast on Zoom. But I didn't know that you can do StreamYard. That's dope.
Yes. So StreamYard, so after I do it, I take the audio. So you don't have to convert it using StreamYard. It automatically will have like the video available for download and it'll also have the audio. So
Okay.
I just take the audio and download it, and then I already have my Anchor set up for Apple, Google, Spotify, I think
Fine.
Overcast, and maybe a few other ones. So I just take that one audio download and I upload it to Anchor, and it gets distributed afterwards. So guys, if you're listening, if you're on YouTube, it's like why not put on other platforms? I'm a visual person, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, even on YouTube. Even when I put my phone down, I'm usually listening to them on YouTube, to be honest. So unless they be like, "Well, give me a teaser," and then like, "Hey, you got to go listen on Apple, Google," that's when I will actually go to another platform. But I know a lot of people are opposite. Like they'll just be on Apple or they'll be on Google Podcasts and
Yeah.
they'll listen to podcasts all day. So if you are putting some type of content out like this, then you need to utilize it both ways. You need to have it for your visual people, and you need to have it for the people that just like to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you have your podcast automatically going to a Facebook page too,
No.
but that's also an option. So
Yeah,
once you have
I saw
you
the
have it.
button too.
Okay, yeah, because once I set it up on Anchor, I also use the RSS feed, and I put it linked it directly to my
Facebook page.
podcast business page, and that way
I
every
love
time
that.
I upload it on Anchor, it automatically goes to Facebook too.
As like a little bubble, right, of you talking.
Yeah, but it'll go like as a whole audio. Like, so Facebook has like the podcast section now too. So I think if you like or follow a business page and they have a podcast link to it, you'll get a notification that be like Real Talk Business just uploaded a podcast, and you'll be able to listen to it that way too, which I thought was pretty cool. But guys, if you're listening right now, I'm a tech person. Okay, my background is in IT and finance. Quit my corporate job like a year ago to go and do my own virtual assistant, which I now call virtual solution business. Because I just hate that terminology now that a lot of Philippine people do it. They're like, "You charge $34?" No, I don't. But I do everything from like websites, helping people set up their podcast. Transaction management. I pretty much do everything on the computer, like even outside of social media. So guys, if you have any questions about your any like business questions too, you can feel free to drop them because I do a lot of that stuff too. So utilize us while we are here because we're going to be hopping off soon, girl, because we can talk all day.
No, seriously.
I got to sip my wine and y'all had me for a minute.
He said, just promoting a page in general. I'm doing the reels and lives, but not getting my numbers up, likes and followers. I'm assuming the group will be a great start to gain more followers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can definitely join the group because every day we have a tag your page post. And when you tag your page, you should be able to get followers. Now, of course, you're probably going to have to come back to the post and actually interact with people. But
Yeah.
the goal is to be able to boost engagement for the reel and to be able to help you increase your following too. So I would definitely say hop in there because it's all content creators and entrepreneurs that's trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do. So it's definitely the right spot to do that.
So is it easier to get monetized on Instagram than Facebook? I've been trying to build my followers and viewers in my Facebook. Um, Personally, I
No.
don't like Instagram. I
I was about
don't.
to say the same thing. I was hoping you said the same thing because I'm like,
No, I don't like
but
Instagram because I feel like there's an aesthetic to keep up with that I just don't fit into. I feel like with Facebook, I could just come, be raw, be myself, do,
Mhm.
my content, do my lives. With Instagram, it's just like the algorithm to be is just so draining. And
Yeah.
just the whole vibe to keep up with is just not my scene anymore.
I would say that because Instagram is a whole nother ball game, to be honest. I do feel like it's easier to build on Facebook. Now Instagram can be figured out. I've seen people like increase their following, but it wasn't nothing that I've seen planned. It was more so like something that content just started
Spontaneous.
taking off organically. And most of the time when I see that, they're not in the Reels Play bonuses program. Like I have friends that probably gain like 20K or something like within a month or something like that, but they're not in the program, but their content is doing well and they're posting consistently. Shoot, the other day I was at a proposal with Monica, the singer, right? And I went live on Instagram and I had like 1, 2, 3 viewers. And I was like, don't y'all see I'm at a concert? Front row, say no.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like in Instagram, literally, I know people with like thousands and thousands of followers on Instagram, and their views as far as the lives are like the same as mine. And I'm like, okay, it's because the algorithm, like they kind of just block them out. And I don't know why, but like Facebook, you're able to like personalize it, put your caption, get shares. You can actually share it and gain more views after the video is over. With Instagram, it kind of restarts. Like when you post it on your page, it becomes a whole nother video and the views are not added together. That's another thing. And also too, it's like the monetization options. You have more options for Facebook than you have for Instagram. But if you like Instagram and if it works for you and you have a business, maybe do reels, do like posts, do like lives, engagement, that works too.
Yeah. One thing I can say about me is I'm a cross post. Okay. So the reels that I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting to Facebook, I'm posting to TikTok.
Yeah.
If it's business incorporated, I'm posting to my LinkedIn because I have pretty good connection based on there. Probably like over 5,000. And
I
they're
didn't
all
even know you can go
entrepreneurs.
live on LinkedIn.
Yeah. And I'm trying
Wow.
to tell you, if you have a service based business, is definitely beneficial. Now, product based is a little bit different as far
Yeah.
as LinkedIn. But of course, if you like somebody like me that's just working with a lot of other business owners, I can just go on there and just add a whole bunch of business owners and stuff like that. If you're a real estate agent, you can go on there and add a whole bunch of lenders or whoever that you're looking to connect with. Service
Yeah.
based is easier. But people be sleeping on LinkedIn. And I'm going to do something with LinkedIn, like LinkedIn with LinkedIn or something, because a lot of my clientele initially started just off me building my LinkedIn platform, not Facebook, not
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. It started with LinkedIn, so that's a whole
Let's
nother
get
ball.
linked.
Yeah, let's get linked with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But I see Mama Boss Style. She said, when starting a business, what's best to use for an address, a P.O. box or a virtual address? Well, for me
I would say
personally, I say it depends. It depends what you are doing, what type of business, how often, like what are you utilizing it for? Um, Me personally, I use a co-working space. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with like co-working spaces, but it's like places like for people that are business owners that want to go have somewhere to work outside of the house. So I have like all of my mail going there because they have mailboxes in there as well. But I definitely have clients that have PO boxes, and I have clients that have virtual addresses. So I guess it all depends on your specific needs.
but I'm going to you just reminded me too. I have to actually open up a PO box for like promotions and stuff like that. People have been asking me to do a PO box for my daughter, but that's for like, like sending clothes in to promote their
Hmm.
brand, stuff like that. So I was going to get into a PO box as well because it's convenient for me. And yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say do that. Shoot, if you're already out there putting yourself on Front Street and people want to send stuff, then why not? Someone, I can't see your name because you haven't authorized a StreamYard to see it, but can you post TikTok videos on short videos on YouTube? I'm not sure if you're asking, can you post the same videos from TikTok on YouTube Shorts? But if you are, either way, just make sure you remove the TikTok watermark. You can use
Hmm.
SnapTik or just search a free service that takes that watermark off. I do it all the time. Not necessarily from TikTok to YouTube, but whatever content I post, I'm posting it on every platform. So wherever you see that reel, I'm posting it everywhere. So it's no
Right.
it's no problem with cross promoting. Just make sure you take those watermarks off. And we are going to be wrapping it up in a few. I kept you forever, the platform queen, but you're like, I'm used to this.
No, that this
I
would
knew this
have
wasn't
been my
going to just be
live
an
video.
hour.
Yeah, sometimes I do late night crew too, but tonight I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think
Let me see. What's that? Let me see. I will go like two more. So how do you feel about? Have you went live on TikTok?
Oh yeah, I have.
How do you like that?
Once you hit 1K, you can go live on TikTok, and they can send you like gifts and stuff like that. I don't really like it because it's just a crowd. They're super young.
Hmm.
Um, they join and don't stay on sometimes, and like the I don't know. I don't like to use the word weird. It's just not my type of style. It's like no personalization. Like you go live with your followers, but if you're in like the explore page, like a bunch of random people, and then like they'll say random stuff, and then they'll leave, and I just don't like it. It's just like too all over the place for me. Facebook is more, of a calmer setting. Instagram
Okay.
is slow, but I prefer that more than TikTok.
Okay. That's definitely interesting. I haven't tried it yet, but I actually just wow looked at it yesterday. I was like, TikTok. I wonder how that is. But you're right. It's a lot of freaking kids on
But
TikTok.
if you have 1K, you have to have 1K in
Gotta
order
go
to
to
go live.
bed. It's like,
Hmm. Yeah, and they'll be up like I'll be seeing people doing like ASMRs or like playing with the microphone, and they'll be having like 15,000 watchers, and I'm like, oh okay. Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Is it easier to get motivated? Blah, blah, blah. I think we went over that. Hmm.
She said, "What about the TikTok battles?" I've never did a TikTok battle before. I've saw one, but I've never seen one. Like I said, to me, it just seems like too much of the crowd that I will have to put a bunch of energy into, and I'm also running thin on energy, so I can't do TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't really got into it besides just transferring my videos over there. I'm like, hey, you
Yeah.
never know, because I've seen a couple of them start to do like I'll just come on there and I'm like, oh, a couple people are paying attention to me now. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm starting to get more notifications on TikTok now. I'm like, all right. But I'm literally just like, if I'm gonna put some content out there, you're gonna see me on every platform, and then I'll just see what happens.
Hmm.
All right, guys. I think we answered most of the questions. And if we didn't, just join the group and ask your question there, and I'm pretty sure you will get an answer. But I just want to thank you for coming on tonight. I have kept you for a long time. I want to thank you for all the gems, tips, and tricks that you dropped tonight, especially when it comes to going live. Hoping if you tuned in tonight that you got some type of value from this. And if you have been struggling with confidence to actually put yourself out there on live, then you take the initiative this week and start doing it. I will be dropping a challenge just to get the ball rolling. Maybe just some topics or something that you could talk about, like one of your products, one of your services, your motivational journey, just something, because I understand it is easier sometimes when you first starting out to have a topic, but
Mm.
like Ashley described tonight, you don't actually have to have a topic all the time, but you do want to stay ready, especially when it comes to trolls and negativity. Don't let nobody catch you slipping. Don't let nobody see you sweating. That's
Not on
one
that blue
thing,
app.
because you like gotta. I knew she couldn't stay game ready all the
I
time.
know it happens.
uh, but thank you so much for coming on. I'm more than willing to come on your platform anytime. We can hop on live and chat it up. I'm even willing to talk
Yes.
more so about my healing journey, because I haven't really did so here on this platform, but I'm definitely an advocate of mental health. I'm definitely an
Hmm.
advocate of therapy, healing from your traumas, tapping
Hmm.
in within yourself to actually get to know or bring out your natural God-given gifts. Because
That
a lot of
well,
people are
that
struggling with content because they don't know what they're naturally good at, and they're not really paying attention to that.
well,
But
I'm
let's
ready to have you when you are ready, because that's definitely what my platform is all about. I love healing. I love talking about it. I love dropping gems, and also I love talking out loud about it because you're helping others, but you also help yourself
Mm,
too.
yes, you are so right about that. So, guys, our information will be in the description. If you're just tuning in, make sure you catch the replay, because you missed out on some very, very good information tonight. And a lot of you guys that came for Ashley, I hope I still see you next week, because every Tuesday I go live with a special guest. What works for one person might not work for the next, or
Hmm.
one person might drop some gems, the next person might drop some gems about something completely different that could be
Right.
valuable to you. So I appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight, and besides that, thank you, Ashley, and
Thank
see you
you.
in the group, Real Talk Business and Motivation. Gotta go.